Everything, Brian Timothy Kelly was right, is sales. Everything is marketing, everything's propaganda, everything is a speech, everything is negotiation and compromise. Everything is the must go step back. This means you continuously step back, look at the big picture, the legal aspects, the social aspects, assess how much power, where am I vulnerable? You gotta ask yourself a lot of questions. Where am I vulnerable? You gotta see yourself with anticipative projection the way your opponent sees you out there. And trust me on this, everyone out there is an opponent, is a social competitor, is an opponent until tried, until tested. Don't tell me, show me. Practice and profession. But you need leverage, you need mastery over yourself. You need the right tools to bring into the combat, the social combat. You need the right presence, the right personality, the right transmutation. If you're a short man like me, I'm 5'2". I got a big, fat 46-inch belly. I got a big, old, mushy, round moon face that's budgy, and I got large, gross features. So I come into the social arena already very vulnerable, already a target for mockery, for savage mockery, for stereotype, for characterization, for an insult without even doing anything. I'm ready to be put in pillory, and I have the target that says I'm a victim. You do it with your body language, with your voice, and you create the kind of bully. You are the Frankenstein, you're Dr. Frankenstein. I built me my bully. And then I built him up very carefully. Then I put the bullseye on my back. And because I had a big mouth, I said the things that gave my bully all the first premises to attack me. And then when that happened, what do I say? Why do this happen to me? I'm a good guy. I'm a wonderful person. Let me tell you this. Nobody's a good guy. Nobody's a wonderful person. There's no nobleman. There's no bullies. There's no victims. They're created. And they're created out of ignorance and stupidity, but mostly projecting away all of our power. Mostly not grabbing them by the bull by the horns and bit by bit going through the hot crucible to become the captain of your ship, the master of your fate, the creator of your own life. A hot crucible. There's a lot of media idiots who will tell you this is to be done quickly, who have the strategies, who have the formula, who have the breakthrough experiences. But I'm here to tell you it's a very hard process. I'm here to tell you that. And I'm here to tell you if you can't get perfectly objective about yourself, you'll never do it. However, if you're pretty boy, if you have your pretty boy smile and you have the height, you have the hair, you'll get a huss. But sooner or later, you have to cut that rot gut belly open, look in the mirror and find out who you really are. Sooner or later, somebody's going to say, this pretty boy that seems to have all the appearance and personality advantages out there, the emperor has no clothes. This pretty boy, this stud, this narcissistic psychopath that knows every move to make to impress, and put in a corner, blasted right into that corner. The bum has no clothes. Sooner or later, The problem is everybody placates. We look up. We're jealous of your stud, your playboy, your cool guy, your swag. And we put him up on a pedestal because he profiles. And we want what he has, but we want it easy. And he's marketing. He's selling us talisman. If you'll dress this way, if you'll pick up these quirks in my behavior, the cool guy, if you'll imitate me, you too will get your heart's desire. When you wish upon a star, it doesn't matter who you are. Anything your heart desires, well, that's going to come to you. If your heart, your sentiment, your emotion is in your dream, no request is too extreme. When you wish upon a star, your dreams come true. We've been sold this bill of goods. Alice in Wonderland. I don't live in Alice in Wonderland. Santa Claus, I don't believe in Santa. I believe. Hominis lupus hominis. Man to wolf to man. I believe everything is competition, preparation, will, skill, training. I believe it's a jungle out there. I believe the competition, any way you look at it, is dog eat dog. Each has their own, none has the time. Don't come to us unless you can do something for me. What have you done for me lately? That's the attitude. Why should I? What have you done for me? Let's make a deal. Know what your interests are. Know what you want. Know how to say what you want directly. Know how to use leverage. Always come in with leverage and trump cards. Never trust your social performer's promise to do something. Hold him. Get leverage on him. Get that arm up to the breaking point and make demand. Command performance. Ask for it and command it. Control it. Through intimidation, through fear, through consequence, through control of the consequence. If the social performer doesn't do what he says he's going to do, when he says he's going to do it, how he's going to say it, how he's going to do it. Paraphrase. What did we agree on? You tell me, what did we agree on? Now, what are you going to do? When are you going to do it? How are you going to do it? When can I expect it? But I got a little surprise for you, my friend. If you don't perform as you said, there's going to be a consequence. He's got to have a fear in order to respect you, in order to perform. Otherwise, he'll renege. People make promises to perform only to break them. It's not even worth the air that they're made on unless you can control it. Unless you can hold the social performer, hold his feet to the ground and make sure and guarantee performance. You got to argue, to beat, to intimidate some character into your opponent, your social opponent, to make sure he performs. Not just the words, not just the promise. I want the action. I want it specific action to a specific deadline. I don't want to have to look over my shoulder and I was expecting X, Y, and Z to happen and never happened because I wasn't respected, because I couldn't command the performance, because I took a man's word and shook hands like a gentleman on it, made a handshake agreement. Bullshit. 90% of your social performer, the handshake means nothing. They're going to renege the first chance they get. They're going to have convenient amnesia. going to have rationalizations for not performing. They're going to have, what do you call it, mitigation, explanations. They'll change the subject. They will all kinds. They'll double talk. They'll change the subject. They'll use insult. Whatever it takes to confuse, to change the subject. They'll watch you and work on your vulnerabilities that they see. If you're a good guy, they'll exploit that. I could go on and on with this, but I think I made the point. It's not a fair world out there. And no politics, no social system, no common good can guarantee that. Why? Because I'm talking to you. I'm talking to me. The human Dasein, human reality, is a mixture of mostly everything that's rot gut with a potential to be good if they're leveraged properly. If they're on their own volition, they're going to lie, they're going to double talk, they're going to renege, they're going to tell you the check is in the mail, but meanwhile they stop payments. You understand that? How do you deal with the phoniness, the show, the salesmanship, the sham, the false claims, the exaggerated claims, all the garbage out there? How do you deal with that? Each man has to carry his own cross on that one. There's just a very loose template for what to expect, but each human reality, each Dasein, has to carry his own cross in a Shemainakite. That means it's your problem, it's your care. Don't make your problem my problem. I'll hold your hand if you'll hold mine. In a Geworfenheit, that is, each of us is a throne there beingness. Now, some of us can mitigate that if we pretty boy, if we tall, we have an appearance, we have a personality, we're a narcissistic psychopath, we know how to dress, we know how to talk, we know how to sell, we know how to get that smile in there when it counts, we know how to use the distances when it counts. We know how to dress for the occasion, how to behave for the occasion, all that bullshit. It's called, from the pretty boy or stud muffin, how to get around a woman. And from the other point of view, for the woman, how to charm, tempt, beguile the man. The final analysis of all of this? Bullshit! Go to your gods. Go to your gurus. Go to the media. They'll tell you what will sell you. Go to yourselves, because that's the only place you're going to ever find the right questions, the right inquiry that fits your situation. And you're all alone there. Can't nobody take your care away from you, my friend. You came in the world alone. You came in with nothing. You're going to leave the same way. You're going to end up being eulogized by some preacher or some rabbi, or whoever the hell the bum is, who don't even know who you are, and just come up with a standard eulogy speech. And then the people who are listening will come to the gravesite, bury you, wash the dirt off their hands, and say, "Hey, what's for dinner? How did the Mets do tonight? What's for dinner?" That's what you're worth, my friend. Write your own epitaph. Don't let the other social performer write it for you. The worst epitaph you could have on your grave, in my opinion, is, "Here lies the body of a good man." This was a good man. Nice guy, nicest kid on the block. That's the worst epitaph you can possibly have. Think on that. That's heavy.